So, the volcano erupted. Dragons came pouring out. The party is aware that Makuda has a stone tablet with dragon-esque things somewhat pertaining to it. He is with the native elders. The native elders who have been manipulating their people, corrupting their culture,
Jerks.
and siphoning the power from Harmony, who is the demigod of this realm, the godling, which Terra, who is Taylor's character, has been closely working with to take on the mantle and become an avatar of Harmony. We're trying to fix some stuff up in here. With the dragons and the explosion and the eruption of the volcano, the party and all of Dragon's End, which is the city that they have been kind of pioneering, had to flee towards Keep Venture, an ancient dwarven and giant ruin where the dwarves and giants met. And this keep supposedly has some kind of protection against the dragons. Everyone's doing a little bit of something. Who would like to go first? All right, we're gonna open.
So I left off talking with Meru in a bunch of different languages, I believe, and then he brought out the people.
Yes.
Right. That's how we left off.
Tanis, Melora, Didath, if I'm saying that correctly, and Argon, and an individual named Fang as well. These were survivors. Of the Vanguard of the Hunt, Lady Palian, one of the ex-members of the Council of Dragon's End, rest in peace, Council, had sent a group of people in this area, and they went on some fantastical adventures, having met Marrow and not been slain. They went on to watch Drogar deep under Keep Venture just obliterate an ancient red dragon. And after a few more adventures, they managed to survive, and when they tried to return back to Dragon's End, they saw that it had fallen to the Lich. A little bit of time has passed. Minty, after kind of getting to know, after the town of Dragon's End, the city of Dragon's End has kind of moved in, you've kind of been keeping tabs on the city as a whole. Right now, you're currently kind of propped up. As you know, the keep that is Keep Venture has these strange gravitational oddities. The main hall doesn't have any gravity. You've gotten a bit better by now of kind of zipping around, and the keep the people of Dragon's Den have set up multiple ropes so that they can quickly traverse across. And when you initially were kind of having fun, kind of zipping around, now it's all kind of a tangled web, and people have kind of built up different areas. So you've been moving about in the lesser known regions of Keep Venture.
I've also occasionally been moving the end points of the ropes just to keep people on their toes.
You watch in secret pleasure as this one gentleman kind of hurriedly goes down. He's got like a sack over his shoulder, and then he kind of gets to his spot and he's looking around. He's like, and then manually tries to like kick off in a random direction and gets totally lost and tangled in a bunch of other things, and he just gets all upset and huffy.
Me and Albert high five.
Traveling along one of these other corridors, sometimes you have to be careful as it almost feels like you have to fall down these hallways. Every now and then you find yourself roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. Oh, that fell off. Okay. That is a 21.
21. Very good. Kind of propped up behind the head of a statue, kind of peering around, looking down. You're in this old library, and you're kind of watching Marrow and Lady, I believe it was Aravosa, who was the little ooze that Terra managed to save. The two of them kind of working on the issue, the vast and complicated dynamic that is Harmony and Gent both locked together. Harmony having gone insane by breaking his pact, being lawful neutral, and trapping Gent within a smaller black hole, almost kind of gravitational well, deep under one of the mountains. But as has been explained to Minty a few times, you don't fully understand the whole dynamic. You're kind of new to all this, but the issue that you've been able to ascertain is if Gent is free, Harmony will rampage, because he's insane. He's gone mad. But if Harmony is freed from the natives and kind of let loose upon the world, then Gent gets to walk away. And Gent is very evil and very powerful, and has figured out a lot of secrets about the pain and how the physical realm works and can be manipulated to ascend and have your mind expanded in various ways. A very dangerous antagonist to the party as a whole. And so Marrow and the Ooze, who has gotten a bit of a recovery by now, are piling over some lore. Marrow kind of sits there, and he's got one ancient dwarven text that he had recovered from the ruins, and he goes, "What I fail to understand is that why must we free either of them? Harmony has been an ally. Terra, who saved me, is tied to him. She was born of the investiture of the land." Yes, but if either are released, it will go poorly for the island as a whole. So what do you suggest? I have been rooting through the memories I have been able to recover of the giants and their mechanisms and their runes. It is possible that we could attempt to trap Gent once he is free, but I don't know if it would hold. He's a very powerful being. Yes. But perhaps there is a way that Harmony, without being freed, can exist through Terra. Interesting. We would not know Harmony what he might think of this duality of mind, but if the madness, if the consciousness of Harmony were to be left aside, and the power to become Terra's, this could be our solution, albeit a difficult process. I know that you have knowledge of the monoliths. She doesn't say anything. Come now. You know how to work them, don't you? I think I might. But if I am wrong, everything could go wrong. Everything could be broken. Everything could become corrupt. You heard what happened in the swamp. Yes, that was interesting. They go back to speaking things that you've already kind of heard before, and he keeps organizing his scrolls of dwarven lore, and she continues meditating and diving into her broken memories. What do you do, Albert?
Who?
Sorry, Minty.
Yeah, what do you do, Albert? What do you...
Why not both?
I'm going to actually send Albert to find Terra.
Okay.
To tell Terra. She's just going to have to figure out how to talk to him when he gets there, but
I can do that.
Albert heard it. So Albert can deliver that information that they want to try to separate Harmony's consciousness to give Terra the power of it. And then once he's gone, I'm just gonna kind of flip into the room and be like, a little birdie told me.
Well, okay. If you're just gonna jump in, sorry, continue.
I'm not trying to sneak in anymore. I'm just gonna flip in and be like, did somebody say they need help trapping a god? Because I've been wanting to practice this.
Mero kind of jolts and turns around, and all of his scrolls kind of spill about an ink.
Oh, hello, dragon friend.
And to recap, he is in humanoid form, but he is in fact one of these dark under dragons. Doesn't like the sunlight. He's inky black, large, opaque, milky eyes, and kind of hunched and very, jittery in nature. And you see his big eye kind of go on the side of his head, kind of twist around to look at you and goes, the cat. Hello. We were just discussing options, or rather the lack thereof.
Okay, that's great. All I heard was that you want to trap a god, and I have been looking for an excuse to try that. Because everyone else tells me about these gods. I don't really know them. I got zapped by lightning once. I got really hungry a few times. I'm trying to kill one, and I feel like trapping is a pretty good place to start. So if you guys want someone to trap a god, why not Mentiroso?
There are 12 gods, the aspects of all things. We speak of a lesser being, a god,
even easier,
a demigod.
Good start. It's like dip my toe in the swamp end.
It is possible. It's been done, but that would be quite the feat. From what I remember of the dwarves, the Stormfather's ancient records describe him as quite difficult to pin down.
Oh, people say that about me too.
Well, from what I understand, well, let me think on this. How to trap a demigod? And he kind of...
Okay, I'm gonna need some rope and a cool bow and like 2 weeks.
Secrets. We need to uncover secrets. Then rope.
No, I'm pretty sure just regular rope will work.
I like you. He kind of slithers upward. We had an agreement, me and some of your people, that for my assistance, I would learn your secrets.
Okay, I just want to be real clear with you really quick. Did you mean my people as in like you know more cat people, or like my people as in like more people from the swamp, or like my people as in like alligators?
Dragon's End.
No, that was Mentiroso saying that to him.
Oh, sorry. I do know one other cat man.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
Secrets. I have been very gracious, very helpful, and I have not yet received anything in return.
Sure. Absolutely. Do you know how to make moonshine?
Alcohol has no appeal to me.
But moonshine tastes good and is real flammable.
Do not bore me with base science.
Okay, what if there was like, I don't know, like a necklace that could heal you if you drank alcohol?
I do not know of this.
Neither do I, but I do have this. And I pull out the random mystery potion that you allowed me to steal from the native camp.
Okay.
That I have just been holding on to this whole time.
All right.
You want it? Yeah.
What is it? You still have it. He's like up in your grill, just secrets.
It is secrets. You want the secrets?
Roll persuasion because it's not that big. It's not. You're giving him little crumbs.
Well, that would be a 2.
Okay. He kind of looks at it and goes, "That is a potion. It contains a secret if consumed. But tell me of the black powder and be done with it."
The black powder.
The boom dust.
Oh, boom dust.
This is a real science.
It really wasn't black when we did it, but there was just this big tube full of stuff of like dust by the docks. And what we did was we just shrunk it down with magic. Are you following? Because it was a weird thing. We shrunk it down with some magic, and then someone stepped through a portal with it, and then someone turned into a bird, and then I flew on the bird, and then the portal came out, and we dropped the tube of dust on the ground, and then I shot the tube of dust with a fiery air.
Tell me of that part in great detail. You shot it. Wow.
Okay, so I took my bow off of my shoulders. It was just a normal oak bow. It's kind of split. It was very old, and it was lined very long ago, but it still works pretty good. And then you put the arrow on. You knock the arrow. You pull it back as far as you said. Great detail. I don't know how much detail you want.
Without quality. Merely bluster with quantity. I ask you for details of how this worked, and you beat around the bush, as you say.
What is the language that he doesn't speak? Primordial?
Correct.
Okay, I say in Primordial, you want quality, you can't handle quality. Then I jump back into Draconic and I go, listen, man, you light the stuff on fire and it goes boom.
Lady Aravosa kind of bloops up. Marrow, I do believe you will find your answers from someone more sentient. If
I knew what that meant, I bet I'd be upset by it.
Come, Marrow, return to our duty. We must find a solution. I will ensure that you speak with one of our people soon. She's gonna roll persuade. Oh, I already rolled that. And he kind of... This one. His secrets he does not like sharing. And he returns.
Bro, I am an open book, but I guess you don't know how to read.
Your book is a coloring book.
And it's a beautiful one.
Lady Aravosa kind of... Mintoroso, you should go. We have much work to be done.
All right, whatever you say. And I jump and do a backflip through gravity out of the hallway.
Okay. Terra, you have found this little bowl in the mountain, this kind of indent in the mountain. There's this one little grassy area with a single tree, and you've kind of put a hammock in it, and it's been your little kind of getaway from everybody when you need to, kind of a thing. And there's an outcropping as well, so it's pretty hidden away. And the couple of times a dragon has passed over, you've been good. They haven't really. And so you kind of spent some time here, and you found yourself taking an impromptu nap. Make a wisdom save.
Oh no. Okay. Is this a spell or magical effect?
No.
Is it a trap?
No.
Okay. Normal roll it is. That will be a 25.
Okay. You
Plus
are
8.
lucid. And you stand on a plane of stars and glass. And you watch as the stars kind of shift into these strange shapes you don't fully understand. But looking into the glass at your feet, the reflection is different. And you see what vaguely looks like the dragonleaf tree, and you watch as this lightning bolt slowly arcs into it, sundering it apart. The lightning is green, and the dragonleaf tree begins scattering about. You, from infinity to infinity, you can see it kind of becoming singular stars, but then slowly they begin growing into their own dragonleaf trees. Some of them grouping together, others kind of leaning towards the group but being almost shunned. And from what you know, these dragonleaf trees are all one mind. It's the original dragonleaf tree that Harmony before Ascension was befriended to. The dragonleaf tree told him not to pursue Ascension, and that was kind of where their friendship ended. Now you watch as you kind of watch that, and then it kind of holds still for a second, and you look up at the original tree, at the original stars, and you see something different. You see these towers made of black obsidian, and you watch and you kind of see one that you kind of recognize. These are the monoliths, and you watch one wink out of existence, and then another, and then another.
Oh no.
And then you are being shaken awake, and you look, and Albert is like,
oh, what? I just bonk him with my stick. Speak with animals.
oh
Stop! I bonk you all the time. You got thick skin. Calm down. What is going on?
What does Albert sound like again?
He's only ever spoken a series of hisses and clicks.
My brother needs you.
Okay. Let's go. What's going on? I like flop out of my hammock.
He also heard that they're trying to separate Harmony's consciousness to give the power to Terra.
Okay. He relays that.
Okay. And he tells me that it's the dragon and Lady Arabosa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like, great. I knew he was supposed to help me. Let's see if they need a hand. I guess I also feel like I need to ask Fizbin something.
Okay. So you begin making...
And I like flop out of it because I have hooves, so I don't know how I get in a hammock, but
with a very difficult dexterity saving throw. Or a dex check.
I failed it. I'm just gonna fail it right there.
Deftly, you make your way down the side of the mountain, a goat's trail, if you will, that not many would be able to make the climb.
Nice.
As you're kind of skipping down along the road, a dragon passes by. You weren't ready. You didn't see it coming. Go ahead and make a stealth check as you try to press yourself up against the side of the mountain and not be noticed.
Can I do pass without a trace? Do I have any time to do that?
I would say no. This came by total surprise.
You have time to drink some water, though.
Just over. Oh, hail hydrate.
Hail hydrate. 13 for that stealth. I was clip-clopping.
It passes by, begins to flap, and then you watch as it begins rounding around. Roll for initiative.
No!
Uh-oh.
It's okay. I'm just gonna transform into something real small and run away. 19.
19? You're going first. This one.
Great. Okay.
You can see it has 6 heads, all of different mottled colors, but the body is like a blue-white, almost translucent wings, but you can see the veins. You're going first.
Okay, I'm gonna cast I'm gonna look at Albert. I'm gonna go, okay, let's go as fast as we can, and I'm gonna wild shape into whatever Albert is.
Okay, what's Albert, Ben?
Like a little Mushu-ish thing.
So, Ben, you're muted.
Imagine Mushu from Mulan, but with wings.
Okay, so you are a that would be a, what are those tiny dragons called?
A wormling?
Yeah, kind of like a wormling.
Okay. And I'm gonna like try and do like a zigzag pattern with Albert. Just be like evasive maneuvers, and we're gonna
Serpentine.
Serpentine.
All right, well, make a dex save as you are on the
Okay.
sheer cliff, scattering yourself down towards the mountain.
I'm flying, bitch.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. You quickly begin maneuvering yourself down. All right. That is your whole turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna movement and dash.
Okay.
Bonus action would be the wild shape.
Okay. It tries to dive down towards you.
I'm tiny.
And yeah, and you deftly move out of the way as one of the heads tries to take a bite out of you. And it smashes into the side of the cliff. Another head, it goes for Albert. Albert's AC being 18. It does manage to hit. Manages to take a big old bite out of Albert. That's 9 damage of lightning damage, actually. The last one is going to take... It's going to rear its head back, and you see this prismatic light kind of gathering in its throat. Make a DC 17 dex save. As well as
I need
Albert.
stats for whatever the thingy is that I turned into.
A
Okay.
wormling. If she wants, she can just use my stat block for the Beast of the Sky.
Can you just roll for me as if I'm Albert?
Feff,
Yeah.
is that all right?
Yeah,
Just
that's
use
fine.
the
That's totally
Beast of the Sky.
fine. Sure.
Okay.
All right. That's a 15 on the die. Dex, and it's a Dex save.
Yeah.
Dex is +3, so that's
18. You just
18.
make it. All right, you're going to take half of this 60-10 damage.
I got an 8.
You said for me to roll for you.
Oh, okay, then perfect.
Okay.
Never mind. Disregard.
Now roll for Albert.
Gotta get the animal dice.
You got to have the right dice.
Yeah, I have dice for Albert, so
That's
it'd be
awesome.
bad luck if I didn't roll his dice. Well, that is a 13.
Okay, he fails. All right, Albert takes the full 33 damage, which again, in this case is cold, and Tara's gonna take half.
Okay.
Albert's turn.
Hold on 1 second. I think Albert may have the same proficiencies as I do.
That sounds right.
Which he's proficient in Dex saves.
Sorry, that was loud.
So he would have added a plus. He still would have failed.
Okay.
It was a 16.
That just fails.
What was the damage?
33. A rare Alec the Bard.
A rare Alec passes in the background.
The Alec's booty.
Ever elusive.
So rare, so precious. It do be Albert's turn.
Oh. Well, if I'm not there, he can't do anything.
Okay.
I assumed we would just.
That's fine.
He's just
Tara, your
with
turn.
Tara.
Yeah.
I'm just continuing to fly
Okay. You
with
continue to
Albert
skirt down.
and trying to get away.
You get you manage to get down to the trail, and you could make a break for the nearby kind of stonier areas, or you could like a ravine kind of, or you can make a break for Keep Venture, but that could lead the dragon to Keep Venture.
I'll do the stony ravine and I'll try and outmaneuver it.
Okay. You make a break for the stony ravine. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
As just in like the back of my mind, as soon as I'm out of sight in any way from the dragon,
Okay.
I want to try and hide.
Okay, you get down to the trail and you look up at where it's at, and it's coming back around, trying to get some height, and you see the shadow of the nearby boulder, and you kind of put your back up against it, try to hide.
Okay.
Roll for stealth.
Okay, 4.
4. Okay. You
Yeah.
yeah. Passive perception is 19. It is aware of you. It lands on top of the boulder, looks down and goes and tries to take a bite out of you.
Oh, please go away.
Would any of us hear the dragon screeching outside?
So, Dayton is currently in the lava tubes, and I'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to say no for Dayton. I will say yes for Thranduin and Fizbin, because they are right outside the keep and are investigating the runes to be activated, which have not yet been activated. Perception checks, Thranduin and Fizbin.
Real quick, while they're doing that, I looking over the stat block. Albert would have rolled an 18 on the deck save.
Okay, thank you.
Would that have
so
won it?
so that goes down to half of the 33 damage.
So is that 17?
Correct.
So I'll just add 16 more.
Okay. So, AC of Terra being 15, rolls a 6 plus 9.
Is it any higher because I'm an alligator flying dragon thingy?
It's got natural arm. The Beast of the Sky has natural armor 13 plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, what's your
But that's
My
Feff's
proficiency bonus is 5.
5? Yeah, okay.
Could be 18.
18, so it does not hit you with the first bite. But all the heads are engaged now, so buckle
Oh my
in.
gosh. Why?
One of our abilities is called Flyby. We don't provoke opportunity attacks when we fly out of range.
Nice. Good to know. One head bites the other head by accident with a crit fail.
Ah.
2 more.
Albert knows he's in a dire situation, but he still chuckles when it happens.
The one who got bit also crit fails and bites back on the other one. So
God.
2 more bites.
Albert chuckles again.
So you do get bit. So you do get bit twice, taking a grand total of 10 cold damage and 10 acid damage.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that's my wild shape damage.
Okay,
So I'll
that's
have
fair.
to pop back out.
You pop back up and it roars triumphantly.
56 total would have been.
Yeah, but that's not based off of like your ranger class, so I'm just
fair
gonna
enough.
go with flying eagle health, which is 26.
Smat.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah.
Alright, you pop back into your form, and it is Albert's turn, who is hellbent on staying with you. Thranduin
Okay.
and Fizbin, let's get those perception checks.
14.
14, 10. Fizbin, you think you hear something. You hear a screech.
Ah, it's another dragon. Ah, why are they out this late? So, is it late at night? What time is it
it's
again?
like early evening.
Early evening. Why is it out so late at night?
Old man.
Everyone should be
man,
going
go
to
bed.
sleep.
Did it sound close?
It sounds kind of close. Maybe a 10-minute horseback.
I suppose it is close enough. We should probably check it out just for perimeter purposes.
Okay. You begin making your way. Thranduin, you going with him?
Yeah.
Okay. You have a retinue of guards with you as well, of the vanguard of the hunt with crossbows. And they are on horseback as well. You are
Did
brought
all-
horses.
I'm assuming some of them may have heard the noise.
One did kind of perk up and get alarmed.
Anyone else hear that?
Oh, I did.
Well, it's clearly a dragon. All of you run forward. Let me know if things need doing.
sir.
We'll make our way.
All right. Tara.
I'm just gonna like having popped out. And I still have speak with animals going. But I'm just gonna go. Please, dragon. I think you can understand me. Can we pop right, please? And I'm gonna cast Charm Monster.
Ooh. Okay.
So
do I have
make
to roll
a
for that?
wisdom check or whatever.
What does it have to make?
16.
Oh my god. So there's only 4 heads left. All 4 heads failed.
Yes.
Okay, great.
That's insane. Had a
okay,
plus
great.
1 to wisdom. The highest I got was a 13. It kind of...
Hi. We're good. You can go away, please. Have a great day. Please don't hurt people. Bye. Oh my gosh.
The two of you,
Okay.
you and Albert are like,
Okay. Stealthily pass without trace. Make my way.
all right, very good. You are intercepted by. Actually, you're passing that trace. You watch as 4 horsemen are careening down the trail.
Oh wait, guys, your friend, guys,
Pulls
Dragon
up.
is around.
Right.
Let's go back.
Oh, get on.
It feels kind of weird.
Getting on a horse.
I look down at my legs, look back up. Yeah.
Right. Well, let's go with you.
Okay.
And at a much slower
I'll run
speed.
alongside them.
Okay, yeah. That's true. You are pretty fast.
Yeah.
And at a much slower speed, for full gallop, you eventually come back to you eventually run into Thranduin and Fizban.
And what are you doing here, Terra? Oh, it was just Terra the whole time.
Have you asked her why she's not in bed yet?
I was in bed, and I had a weird dream. Fizban, what would make lightning green?
Does Fizban know this?
You're not a man of science, but you've never heard of
I
that.
didn't think so. Yeah, didn't think so. Salt, maybe? I don't know. I've never really tested this theory. I've never seen green lightning.
Well, so I just had like a dream, and there was the dragon leaf tree, and green lightning came down and hit it, and it made a ton more of the dragon leaf trees.
I think you're confusing what a leaf's color is with lightning. We may need to discuss what the differences are between them.
No, and I'll take a leaf off of my flower crown and I'll hold it up to like your bluish robes. I'm like, no, blue, green. The lightning was green.
Yeah, that's not possible.
You're so helpful. I'm gonna walk in.
Always.
Thank you, Fizban.
Of all the things we've seen, and green lightning is where you draw the line?
I mean,
Well, if the Stormfather can't do it, I mean...
have you asked him to do it? How do you know he
what?
can't?
That's a good point. I've never actually asked him if he
I've
could.
been
Maybe
like-
it is possible. Thank you, Thranduin. You've actually enlightened me a little bit. That's a wonderful idea. We should try asking the Stormfather about this.
It's past your bedtime, old man.
I know. I tried to go to sleep.
This dynamic
Terra's
is
dragging
now.
stomach over here, making noises in the middle of the night.
everyone looks at the
It's like 6
sunset.
p.m.
Yeah, it's not even sunset. Guards are all
I have
kind
to
of like,
make a hero's feast every single day for you people, all right? I don't
Are
want to
you?
hear it.
You've been getting heroes feast?
We're all
Every
very
single
grateful.
day since we've been traveling. I have no
you
6th
get
level
Heroes
spells. It's just
Feast?
always Heroes Feast.
and the party begins making their way back towards the keep venture.
Making our way downtown. Flopping fast.
No, we're not going
Horses
fast.
pass.
No, we're taking it easy and slow.
Clap, 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 clap.
As we're walking, I'll just tell Thranduin and Fizban the rest of my dream. I'm just like, also in the dream there were the monoliths and they were like disappearing one by one. That's ominous, right?
It's good though, isn't it?
No. I'm pretty sure the monoliths are what like is keeping Gent.
Yeah, Jen
Like-
wanted the monoliths gone, so if they're going away, that's
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
not a
that's
good
right.
thing.
That's
Bad
right.
thing.
Right. Sorry, I've been focused so much on Harmony lately that it's just been. I thought Harmony was the one keeping Gent in place, and as long as we keep Harmony there, then Gent will stay there. It's all very
Ye-
confusing.
Yeah, Harmony is with the help of the monoliths.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Right. So how do we prevent this?
I don't know. I was gonna go talk to Lady Arabosa and what's the dragon's name?
Marrow.
Marrow.
Can we get a
Marrow.
spelling of that real quick? I don't trust you after Gent. I'm sorry, Degent.
It's Degent. I don't know where you're getting the G from.
Gent, whatever.
Yeah. Is
I
it
don't know.
DJ like
Yeah, it's
Django or is it DG
yeah.
like you're a
It's
fool?
DJ
It's
ENT.
DJ.
Anyway, Lady Aravosa is
DG like you're-
Aravosa.
And she's an ooze. I wasn't here for that.
Are you sure
Yes.
that doesn't start with a
Yes.
T, Jeff?
No, can we get a spelling on Marrow?
Terrarosa.
Marrow, Marrow. Marrow.
See, I did an E. Marrow, not Mir.
And Mentirosa is spelled MQ3.
Yep, thank you.
That's it.
Yep. I surprisingly got that one correct.
Nope, that's it. Just MQ3.
And then Tara, every time she writes her name, it's just the drawing of a dandelion. No letters.
That's fair. That's very
Doesn't
wise.
know
That-
how to draw.
Similarly, Dayton just spills a bit of wine on the piece of paper.
Perfect.
I think Marrow might actually be a source of information we could use, but doesn't he want some other things in return?
he wants
I don't know.
he
Well,
wants the power of man's red flower.
So,
That's a
Oh,
very
they do have
romantic
to
way of
register.
saying explosions. I appreciate that, Thradwin. Thank you.
Yeah. I've been reading
Question.
like
Yeah, what's up, Dayton?
stuff lately.
so
Just reading.
the black
books.
powder or something is what
Books.
they're referring to the essence of Gent.
No, they refer.
No,
he-
literally
Marrow's
cannon
referring
fire.
to gunpowder, essentially.
Okay, so there is cannon gunpowder. Again, I was absent for like
You're
most
good.
of the season.
You're good.
Okay, the note taker was going back and reading notes. Apparently, I have really cool brass knuckles.
Yep.
Yes, you do.
Forgot about those.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Hey. Cool.
Well, I don't mind giving him information on explosives, although I don't really know much myself. Who would know that? That'd be the army, yes.
Yeah, Lady
Pallion. Lady Pallion would
Lady
know,
Pallian
yes.
would be
Yeah.
the person to talk to on that one.
I'm speaking in character, Jeff.
Oh, my apologies. It said God, I guess.
I have the accent and everything. Jeff. What are you doing?
Grandfather?
Woman? Get out of here. We're talking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about any of that stuff.
All right, fair enough. But still, let's
But
see
trust
what
your
we can
judgment.
get. Well, you're the one that has made the plan. So if you would like to talk to Marrow, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Branduin?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. I'll just continue making my way until
Okay.
we get in so I can talk to Marrow.
We're gonna cut real quick to Dayton. Dayton, it's you and one other, in this case, a turtle. The two of you are kind of mapping out various tunnels beneath Keep Venture. You find an ancient ruin, an ancient dwarven ruin there, and the ruin itself seems a bit dangerous to go alone, but skirting along the outsides of it, Zap Daddy, you pork, you calm down over there. You find a couple of tunnels. The turtle is their name is Binny, and
Spelling.
Binny, Binny. Very, very keep to themselves type, but fantastic with maps and especially underground trails and the like. Make a perception check.
Oh boy. Did I mention my passive is a 19? So. That's a natural 20. It's for a it's total 29.
29. Okay. As you go on, you kind of round a corner and then kind of press up against a wall. You see a small encampment. Not an encampment, a convoy. What you initially take to be the enemy, you quickly realize are E1T. Snake folk. Maybe a band of like 19 or so.
Oh my god. Benny, they'll know me. They're friends. Yes. Okay. Let's say I'm, probably, if we are mapping, I'm probably still in my spring form. Cool. Because that gives people easy escapes. So they probably haven't seen me like this before, but, I don't know who I am. Be like, just kind of walk up. Hell, hi.
Spears come around.
It's Dean, relax.
Stand down. Oh no way. Stand down. A very tired, bloodied, exhausted Prince Philel steps out, leaning on a spear. Goes, Dayton?
Yeah.
Oh, thank the gods. We thought you were all dead. He kind of.
Some of us still alive.
Some of us are as well.
We thought you were all dead. Where have you just been down in the tunnels this whole time? What?
The dragons are unforgiving. They own the skies now. And he kind of steps forward and just gives you a big old hug.
Yep.
And then he steps back and goes,
Yep.
Do you have any tobacco?
No, sorry. I have this.
That'll destroy your lungs, says Benny.
Thanks, Benny. Ignore them. I have wine here.
It'll do. Kind of
Yep.
takes a long, gives it back.
Yep.
The queen is dead.
Shit, I'm sorry. Are you? Are you? Should I kneel? Do I bow? Are you king now? Just kind of like awkwardly sinks down to a knee. Your Highness? No. Okay, stands back up. Yep.
A position I never wanted. But yes. I suppose I am now King Philel.
Part of me wants to say congratulations, but that feels weird considering you're... We have a safe house. Do you want to come live with us?
Yes, that would
Yes! Let's get you guys out of these tunnels!
Is it safe? It's a safe house, I guess it is. And he points at three people, and in the language of his people, you see them quickly scatter off in various directions. How much room is there?
You know, I'm not quite sure. It's some dwarven ruins. Benny,
Hey!
say hi, Benny.
Hey!
There we go. Benny and I were actually mapping everything out when we found... warning. There's an odd, small, bipedal dragon. I think it's his home now? He didn't know the other dragons were there. I don't know what his deal is. It's kind of sus. Don't really trust him. But, you know, he seems to want to help.
Let's go then.
Yep. Alright, cool.
Slowly you guys begin making your way back towards Keep Venture. Getting to the ruins proper, and then slowly going up the spiral way.
Mm-hmm.
I have found something.
What do you find?
An interesting tunnel that we have not since been able to come anywhere near due to the patrols. But something has changed with the natives. I do not know the surface folk. But we were able to pass under their lands. And we found an interesting passage that brings us right up to the capital. But it is dangerous. The gravitational wells fluctuate at odd times.
Wait. And are it down here, straight up to middle of there, and they're down
Close
here.
by.
Right, and the people, the land people, they are down here patrolling it. Interesting.
Not anymore. We have never been able
Did
to
you kill
get
them?
close.
Oh.
No, they were simply not there.
Wait, they
Something is going on.
been- I think there's big moves about to happen. Honestly, I'm just now being brought back in the loop. My friends will know more.
Well, it is good to
This
see you.
is- Good to see you too. I'm sorry to hear about your sister.
Jeez.
If you want more wine, it never runs out.
I think this is time for me to be sober.
Yep, I gotcha. It's really just collecting dust lately, so. Times have changed.
As the group of you kind of get up to Keep Venture, the people of Dragon's Den quickly take them in and see to their needs and health. And throughout the next couple of days, roughly 1,000 UNT appear from below, and it seems that roughly 1,000 have survived. Most of which were not in the volcano itself. And
Oh wait, I
King
would have asked
Pharrell.
him. Like, did you? What happened? Why did it explode?
he doesn't seem to wish to talk about it.
Not even for my charming personality.
Make a persuasion check. It's a couple hours later, and he is a bit calmer now and has a smoke. You can see him kind of finally starting to relax a bit in what is perceived as relative safety.
Probably would have gathered everyone if I was able to find them.
This is going to be leading up to the point where they're coming back.
What? Hold that thought. I don't.
You
like
rolled bad
repeating
on your
myself.
persuasion, didn't you?
I rolled a 13.
Oh,
So hold that thought. I don't like repeating myself. It gets annoying. So, you and I, we're gonna help organize and set aside space for your people. And then when everyone gets back, we can all have a little story time around a fire.
Okay.
Sound good?
A bit of time passes, and the party finds themselves kind of tucked away in a nicer part of Keep Venture. Built for a dwarf, but someone of high status. And so you've got kind of a smaller feast table and the like, and a roaring fire. And everyone comes together. Terra taking this moment to convene with Marrow once the meal is kind of finished up. The party that is there is Marrow, Marin, the druid, Marrow, Lady Palian. The ooze is there but does not consume. King Pharrell, who is recanting his story.
Yay.
Who else? Let's see. Theros. Crichton, who made the meal. And the party who is present.
Oh, Crichton's there?
Yep.
Oh, I thought he left.
Oh, he did leave. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He took
He
took
doesn't
issue.
like me.
He hates you.
He hates
The food is not
me.
as good then, but it is passable.
Fair enough.
Mentiroso is
hero's
not
feast.
there.
Mentiroso is not there.
He got a go plate. He's always gonna eat,
All
but he
right.
got a go plate. He did not stay to eat.
Briefly there, gave the deuces to the king, and took his leave with Albert.
Who also has a go plate.
Sure. As King Philel kind of finishes his story, Marin kind of speaks up and says, "Well, I'm happy to say that I was able to activate the runes, and from what I have gathered from Lady Aravosa and Maro is that the dragon kind will not be able to perceive this keep now. And so that is good, though I would suggest, my friend," and looks over at Fizbin, "that you don't leave unless you've got a friend with you who can help you find your way back."
I was about to ask that.
Yeah, can Fizzy, can you tell where you are? Fizzy.
As of right now, he retains all memory and knowledge. He's just in a
Yes.
void with his friends and trying to be calm about it. It's just like
this is a wall, and it's just empty air, and he's just like,
He's really more concerned about the fact that he just found out that the queen is now dead.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they were like getting it
Oh
on, right?
no!
Yeah, he heard this and has just been silent, just silently drinking the water this whole time.
Dayton will go and like pat his back and then remember she doesn't do physical contact or intimacy and then just kind of pat him with the edge of the staff. Like,
What do you stop?
there,
Stop!
there.
Stop! What are you
Seems
doing?
Sad. Staffy doesn't like it when you're sad.
Yeah, the staff is also a very powerful ritual artifact, so please stop doing that. Just leave me alone. I'm not in the mood right now.
Okay, I tried. I don't do emotions.
She kind of returns to her seat.
"Oh, quick, what exactly were you trying to do?"
Me?
No, him.
Oh.
Thranduin's asking Dane, like, what were you trying to accomplish there?
I don't know. He seems sad. He's like an old man. Old men laugh at stupid things. I don't know.
Well,
I
do
emotions.
appreciate-
I'm trying to be more in tune with emotions and helping people.
I also
I do appreciate your attempt at bonking him on the head as a feel better tactic. That was good.
Lady Paleon kind of leans forward and goes, "I also am happy to report that the keep is very well defended, and if our runes were to fail in some way, or if someone else were to come along and pose a threat, we are dug in like a tick, as they say, and have multiple means of falling back into various safe places, as well as the walls themselves and the great spiral downwards is collapsible. So there is that. I have been recruiting from our numbers and trying to get our numbers back and our fighters back to what they were, and we're doing what we can. But that is going well. I worry about this dragon you charmed, Terra. What about when the charm wears off and he retains the knowledge of having seen your shape? I imagine the natives are looking for you.
Well, yeah, but that's not really different than before I charmed him.
This is true. But I imagine they will be looking closely to this region. I thank you, Martin, for your work with the runes.
Does that mean that I gotta stay inside?
I would not deem to tell you what you must do, but I would advise you to not. I'm sorry.
Did you just imply that the dragons and the natives are working together? Because that's news to me. I've been down in the tunnels.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Everyone kind of looks around
That's
at each other, and no one seems to have an
right.
immediate answer.
Where did these dragons come from anyway? Did we ever figure that out?
Came
Or
out of the
just-
volcano.
Like,
And Minty noticed some odd traits about them.
right, but what put them in the volcano?
I just kind of look at King Phalel. I was like, what?
This is unprecedented. There have been fire elementals and lava creatures that would come up and try to, every full moon, try to break things down that it might rupture once again, but it was never like this.
And yet you failed this year, didn't you? What happened?
There was no warning. It simply erupted.
Right, and so there's no ancient text or stories or folk tales of your people being charged with stopping the fire elementals from exploding the volcano, because then that would lead to a bunch of dragons. There's no myths about dragons and you guys being the savior of this land.
He rolled.
This is just very odd.
King Phalel makes a history check, and with an 11, sits and says, "It was believed that all of the volcanoes led to the elemental plane of fire in their own way."
The dragons came from what we know as a party. They came from the same plane of existence as the giants.
Mm-hmm. The Great Giant
then-
Dragon War.
So I'll look at Lady Arabosa and be like, do you have any memories of where these dragons are from?
Much of my memories reside in the craft of the giant kind, but there were a few nights when Skiop would tell me how the dragons were envious of the giants and their works, and could not bear to have someone who rivaled in their glory, and declared war, and there was generations and generations of fighting until finally the giant's god, I don't know his name, left and said he would return when every dragon was dead. It was a losing battle from there, and many tried to find ways to leave, and many did through various methods. The monoliths were these particular giants' methods.
Monoliths were created by the giants, not by Harmony to contain Gent.
That's correct. Harmony used the monoliths to amplify his power. They are ancient giant relics.
Bisbin will lean over to Terra.
So it sounds to me like we might need to talk to some giants if we are to understand your dreams.
Yeah,
Other-
that's a good idea. Lady Arabosa, in the craft, did the giants ever use green lightning?
No,
Since you have memory of the craft? No?
not from my
Hmm.
recollection.
Okay. Do we know where any giants are? I look back up at Fizbin.
They're technically our allies, are they not?
Right, but where are they physically?
Oh, well, we haven't seen them since we fought in that battle with them, yes?
Right.
We have no idea how they were affected by the volcano erupting. I understand our friend left to go and find them. That would have been our only real connection to them, honestly. Dayton, do you have any idea?
About the giants? No, I mostly, when everyone left, I was with the UNT and the kids and focused on dragons. And would I have any idea where the giants are?
Make a history check.
I can scry.
Right, true. We could use magic to identify where they are.
Yeah.
That's a big fat 9.
You got nothing.
Maybe the UNT could find them? What do you think? Thranduin, maybe talk to someone, or perhaps Palion would help.
Perhaps the tunnels led from the UNT to where the giants were. So
Weren't they also in kind of like the spine of a mountain, like how we are now? Was it the same mountain range?
You were at the
Something
very
like that.
top of the only mountain range on the Sunken Isle.
Okay.
At the bottom is the volcano, and then mountains go up through the center, and then many mountains in the northern tips.
Okay.
That's where you are.
Right,
Okay.
right.
They had their hole like up against in a mountain where we did the whole battle. There's a dragon leaf tree there.
Right. Right, there was a where's our cat friend? Nettie, where are you?
Let's cut to Minty real quick.
Well,
What you up to, weirdo?
I'm back in the library where Marrow spends a lot of his time.
Okay.
On sort of just like the middle table there, I have placed a jar of what looks like black powder
Okay.
and a little bit of flint and steel. And I'm currently convening with Albert, who at this point has turned into a Florida Panther. And I've also conjured 8 more Florida Panthers.
Okay.
I have taken off my armor and all my stuff. So we all look exactly the same,
Okay.
except for the rest of them can't walk on 2 legs like I can.
Okay.
So what's that? There's 10 of us, 10 Florida Panthers in this room. And there's just the jar of what looks like black powder on the table. And I have used a bunch of just random things from my pack, like fishing line, bed rolls, a tent. The room is trapped. It's very much booby trapped all over the place.
Okay.
And now we wait for Marrow.
Okay.
So what you're saying is Menti's just naked chilling on the floor.
With 9 other
Draw
Panthers.
me
Yeah.
like one of your French cats.
It's not the first time y'all have seen him without his pants on.
I mean, this is true.
He's got fur. He's covered.
There's a lot of stuff going on here. I set up a tent, and one of the Panthers is sitting in the tent, and there's a fire behind the tent, so it looks like the shadow is coming through, and it looks like I'm just sitting in the tent, but it's not me. There's like fishing line, tripwires everywhere. There's I have the Nothic eyeball out,
Okay.
and that's hooked up to some lines, so if he trips over one of them, he's just gonna get a face full of Nothic eyeball, you know?
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. While you're doing all that, you do find a small chest. And being the cat that you are, you curiously open said chest. And you find that it's actually got the floor of it has been dug into the ground a little bit. And you find this strange bow. Made of different, almost dragon scale design. Floating pieces of various obsidian to form the bow itself, with a soft glow to it.
Pretty. I'm gonna put my bow in the chest
Okay.
and take this one and put it back
The long
where
bow or
I've
the
hidden
oath
the rest
bow?
of my things.
The longbow or the oath bow?
Oh, the oath bow is going in the chest.
Okay. You put the oath bow in the chest. We're gonna go to a break now. But as you're posted up, you do hear the twang of of your trap springing, and we'll pick up with that when we get back. And we're back. So, let me switch the music back over. Sorry. A spring goes off, a bit of a yelp, and then you hear the bear trap close on someone.
God bless America. Where are we at? What land is this?
And then you hear nothing. As the tent falls. And you peek, and there is a human whose dome has been completely decimated by this bear trap.
Oh, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, come on, Panthers. Let's clean up this mess. I reset the trap and just move the body up to the side.
As you begin cleaning up, you note that this is not a local by any means. You haven't seen a person with this kind of gear before. Soldier gear, but the uniform and insignia, from what you've heard, would belong to that of House Toil.
That's Sister. Would I even know?
Only from hearsay.
What was the hearsay? Do we like them? Do we hate them?
Make a history check.
Should they be here?
Make a history check.
Okay, well, that's not gonna. That is
House
a
Toil is Druga, right?
14.
14?
Yep.
You pointedly don't pay attention to these kind of things, but it's probably worth bringing up to somebody on the team. And correct, Jake.
So it's not somebody that like came with us.
Correct.
And it wasn't one of Prince Ali Ababwa's men.
No.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna put him in the tent now.
Okay. You prop him up, meloned head.
Yeah. Can I search his body? I'm gonna search for things.
Sure. You search his body. You come up with a knife, couple packs of rolled cigarettes, cigarillos, and
Cigarillos.
yeah, and Black and Milds. And not much else. It looks like he was on his last legs, frankly.
Well, yeah. The bear trap did him in, so he couldn't have been too hot.
More like he was on his last bits of food.
Oh, so it appears as though he has been hiding somewhere and not been eating with us. Interesting. Okay, I continue propping him up.
Spade, congratulations. Oh my god. You prop him up. All right, back to the party and the feast where Marrow is.
I would also just real quick. I'm not just gonna wait inside the room and hope that the next one is Marrow at this point.
Okay.
I'm waiting outside of the room. I put my armor and stuff back on. I'm like, one less is fine, and then I just kind of like I'm chilling outside eating food.
Roll for stealth. Oh, you okay.
Just outside
So
the
you're just
door
kind
of
of being
the,
a parent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just being around.
Okay. Back to the party.
Where's Menti?
He's your cat, right? No, he's your cat.
Marin says, I think he took a to-go box.
Lovely.
You took a Togo box? What is that?
Styrofoam.
Nope, not here.
Is that like
Change
a
it.
Tacoma sack?
My immersion, it's breaking.
The immersion, no.
We're winning my medieval experience, okay? And I'm sorry. Someone we were talking about plans. What were the official plans we were just discussing? My mind just totally crapped out.
We had
were-
just the monoliths are from the giants, so maybe we ask a giant about how to use them since they're the ones that originally used
And
them.
Terra
We don't know
said-
where the
Trying to think
giants
of where
are.
to find
That's
them.
right.
And Terra proposed
Yeah.
scrying.
Weird, creepy dream about the monoliths. Oh, speaking of tunnels, I have a way to get us right into the natives' capital. Crazy stuff. Turns out there's one
What?
that just goes right in the middle of their capital city.
King Philip
Gravity
leans
gets
forward and goes,
weird, though.
It is similar. There are two almost like chimneys. Great vertical tunnels that lead up to very close to the capital of the surface dwellers. But they seem in parallel of each other. And they consistently switch back and forth as to one, the gravity wells upward, and while the other is strongly pulls downward. But they, at odd intervals, will switch. I'm not sure how we would be able to use this unless we can find a way around that.
Can you just like dial up Harmony and be like, hey, help us out with the gravity?
No, that's
Huh?
that's not happening. No, I don't think so. We don't need Harmony's help for this.
Isn't Harmony like the gravity dude though?
I believe the natives are using some of his power for that, yes, but what is controlling the gravity magic? Is it runes of some kind?
So-
There's got to be something to tear down or hold down the magic.
From what we understand is that there is a lot of latent gravity forces throughout the island. Byproducts. Harmony is of balance, and as he has had to compress Gent within his prison, there is much overflow in various areas. The rivers flow inward, and in some places like here, there simply is no gravity. Ben.
I'm not
We
the
know
smartest person, but I don't know if that's how gravity works exactly. I've always been able to throw an apple and have it always drop. Thranduin, you were saying?
I mean, we know where Gent is. Can't we just go to where he's being held and like attack him while he's in his gravity hole or something? Like a super effective hold monster, and we'll just.
Theros kind of leans forward. I'm pretty sure that if such a thing was possible, it would have been done.
How do you know? You were Gent's buddy for the longest time.
Yes.
So why would we even try to think about how to destroy him?
What do you mean?
How can we trust what you're saying right now anyway?
I have been helpful to the party on many occasions.
Only when it suits your needs.
This is true, but do you suit the needs of the Stormfather?
That's completely different. Don't you dare compare your erotic relationship with some weird demigod with an actual being from beyond the plane, okay? I don't want to hear that.
We all suit someone's needs. Is it not better to suit your own?
No. But now I understand you better. It is getting very late. Can someone please explain what our next point of action is going to be? I thought we were supposed to be stopping Harmony, but now we're not. We're going to be talking about helping Harmony stop Gent, and we don't know where the giants are. Someone please give me a plan.
Well, actually, I wanted to talk to Marrow and Lady Arabosa. Albert told me you guys had an idea.
Lady Aravosa looks to Mero and goes, we put our heads together, and what we understand is that freeing one or the other would be disastrous, but there is a way, we believe, for you to become the conduit of harmony, leaving behind the manic and the insane and the consciousness, but taking on his power.
Okay, so then I would be holding Gent.
In a sense, yes.
I think I can do that.
Marrow kind of sits forward and goes,
Harmony's using all of his power to hold Jen. So if you did that, then you'd basically just...
It would be interesting. I believe that you would have some gravitational magic at your hands. While much of it would rely on keeping Gent in place, the concentration on the psyche can be left with harmony and the madness therein. But some of it would be yours if done correctly.
I mean, would it save Harmony from what the natives are doing to him?
I think we would need to save... yes, I believe that well, I believe we would have to save Harmony first.
Okay. So do you have an idea on how we would do that?
Lady Palian says, so we infiltrate. We infiltrate the Sunton people's lands.
From the tube! And I point at Dayton.
Get to Harmony. And assuming he is okay with this and allows the transition to proceed, which from what you have said might be possible, we could save this island. One other thing that I think I need to speak upon is these dragons. And Theros kind of cuts in. He goes, yes, these dragons, there are many of them, and there seem to be more coming out all the time. If they are indeed enthralled, as Minty has kind of supposed, that means they are in control, they are in check. But if they were not, we might have a very large problem, not just for the island, but for the whole of the world.
Well, if I get Harmony's power and we take care of Gent, then we can focus on the dragons. I'll be stronger.
True.
And I've already charmed one of them. Maybe we can be friendly with them. And instead of Dragon's End, it could be Dragon's Beginning? Why do we have to kill all of them?
Dragons.
They're always trying to kill us.
Dragons are not.
Right, but what if they weren't? He's not trying to kill us. I point at Marrow.
Marrow goes,
makes a good point.
Well, I believe that. I do not trust my brethren, not one bit. They are vain. They want to subjugate all, stereotypically. I am a bit of an outlier. Do not try to befriend these dragons. They will react poorly to having been enslaved.
Well, I didn't enslave them.
I do not think they would care.
But you don't know. Everyone has family issues, but like, if one of them, like you, can be an outlier, you know, maybe like talking sometimes works, not just like killing right away.
Thero says, it is that kind of thinking. People who think like this often lose. It is unfortunate, but the person who strikes first usually wins. And
one question for you. What's the name of the godling that I would be embodying?
Harmony.
Right. Think about what that word means.
Harmony is not natural. The idea of harmony is not what is found amongst the world. People, mortals, want harmony. They try to find balance in the chaos, but the chaos is what is found. What harmony has done is noble in its pursuit, but it is unnatural.
Have you taken a walk outside in nature, like even once?
And I did not find balance.
It exists in harmony. That's just how it is.
Well, how
Humans
about...
come in and screw things up with their selfishness and their own wants and desires. They war with each other to take what they have.
As do plants. Fighting over sunlight and growing roots around the other, the bear eats the lamb.
Yes. Every species has their own way of living chaotically in nature. We all agree on that. Look, I believe that your hearts are in the right place, Thrandu and Terra, and I can agree that not all dragons are meant to only pursue violence. There is a chance, like with Marrow, that there are some that may be allied with us, and I think we should pursue that train of thought, but we can also not ignore history. And history has taught us time and time again that these dragons are violent, and they want nothing but our destruction. So until we find a better way to communicate with them and or have them understand what they're doing is inherently damaging our way of living, we have to find a way to defend ourselves first. Otherwise, we will be wiped out. They are a far stronger race than we are.
Well, what if instead of killing them, we ask the giants to use the monoliths to send them back home?
That is certainly...
If we don't need them for Gent, because I got them.
Well, if that's a possibility, then I believe we should look into that.
Marin also kind of nods along. It is possible, but I don't know. We should not pass up this thought without giving it some consideration, I think. Kind of nods to Terra. And Marrow and Theros kind of still remained dismissive of the idea.
Well, good. It seems like we have a bit of an accord then. It is getting late, and I think we should all think about this. But from what I understand, we should still focus on defending ourselves from these creatures while also finding a way to perhaps save them from themselves, or whatever it is you wish to do, Terra. We can always noodle that idea around for a little while. And in the meantime, I think very little of this conversation is going to get done without the help of the giants. Mm-hmm. We don't know if your plan is going to work at all, if these monoliths can work the way you want it to. And I think we need to find a way to reach them. And I don't believe anyone here knows how to. And I wish I knew where our swamp friend was, because I'm pretty sure he might have an idea.
Minty?
I'm just saying, I was raising my hand. I know how to speak giant.
Oh.
Just like looking around, frustrated. So Fizbin firmly believes that, like, because he's the other outsider of the group, he kind of like knows more things and he can like scout and figure it out. Like that's what he's seen so far in this campaign with Minty, is that Minty can just find shit. So he's looking for that guy.
I can find shit and I can talk to it.
Yeah.
Falal wouldn't have any idea where the giants are, right? Because they've been kind of roaming around and...
Up until this point, we have not been able to move underneath the surface dwellers' lands. But I can now try. Give me time. We can move our
I
people.
can scry.
Right.
That's much easier. Scry.
I could just
Is it-
look.
Do it.
If she can tell us where they are, would you be able to tell us a path to get to them through the tunnels?
We can attempt to. This is new territory for us, but we can find it.
Right. Tara, you didn't seem very on board with the whole "I'm gonna put my papa inside of me" thing.
You're gonna put what in you?
No, that's what they want to do with you.
No, she's
Right.
down from what.
You're
Oh
down.
no, that's the plan.
You seemed hesitant. Are you?
Oh, I'm not hesitant at all.
Okay. You sure?
It seems to be the only way, because I like to swish my harmony water. I'm like, I've talked to him quite a few times.
How did you get that back from me again?
Never.
Stop doing that!
Can I make an insight check on Tara?
Sure.
Can we talk mechanics for a moment?
Sure.
So every time we cast a big spell like Resurrection or Scry, it takes a gem or diamond that's worth like anywhere between 500 to 1,000 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So how many of those do we have left on Tara's body? Because I feel
A fair
like
amount.
we're
She's
starting
been
to
collecting
run
them all
out.
of her life.
I have.
Hey,
Oh,
thank you for the
55
follow.
years.
So
Thank
we've
you.
got enough to go for a while then.
And
I
for
would
my
just
for my
making sure.
scrying, I need to, like, it says there's a couple of different things that I could use, and the last one is or a font filled with holy water. So I just fill it with harmony water, and I
Okay.
scry through the harmony water.
Cool.
I rolled a dirty 20 insight on Tara.
Okay. Taylor.
Yeah.
What does Dayton ascertain through a 20 on insight as to your intentions?
You can tell that, like, Tara really wants to do whatever she can to get Harmony out of this predicament. It doesn't really matter if it's like having to take his consciousness on. She really just cares about getting him out of the hands of the natives who are torturing him, because they've tore off you see her with 2 antlers, but at the beginning of the campaign the natives have even tore off one of her antlers, and they just keep doing that to him over and over again. So she's very much so, like, she's happy to be a martyr or whatever she needs to do.
Mama Alligator walks in. Well, yeah,
Oh.
kind of walks in and kind of just looks at everyone, takes the centerpiece of food, and walks out.
Okay. Which giant would I know
So there was a
that's
leader.
still around?
She was
the fire giant?
the fire giant, but she also was pointedly never giving out her name. Crichton knew the name, but that
That's
was
true.
about it.
Okay.
Hold on. You guys I think I froze, but I missed the past like 30 seconds.
Oh,
Welcome back.
they are working on scrying the fire giant. And your mom walked in and took the centerpiece of food and walked out.
Good for her.
Okay, so Tara's gonna pull, like, she's gonna like swish like the food kind of off of one of her, like, the round plates, and she's gonna fill it with harmony water to scry into it.
Okay. First, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
No! Is it a spell or magical effect?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got advantage then. Thank goodness. Roll again. That's better. 22.
22.
I'm not drinking the harmony water. I'm just looking at it.
That's fair. All right, your scry is successful.
Great.
Assuming you don't need the
she-
name of her.
I don't need the name. Knowing the name gives me, like, makes it a more difficult or an easier save. But she needs a wisdom 16. anything
That
under,
one.
I can see where she is. I know where she is.
Okay.
So for 10 minutes, I see like her and around her and the 10 feet around her, sort of thing.
Okay. She's in a cave
Eyes go
somewhere.
gold.
She's in a cave somewhere, and her other stone giants are around her, and they are holding an audience with Crichton.
Ah,
Oh.
that's
Crichton,
not
having
good.
returned to the giants. What are you doing?
I would say, if we're in the middle of the conversation, Crichton is in the middle of explaining that his friends have lost their way and that there's a potential that they have sided with Harmony. He describes that there was an avatar of Harmony, like being of Harmony, that is trying to take him in, and he tried to stop them, and his friends have effectively stopped him in the process, and tried to explain that Harmony, even though Harmony is the bigger threat, being the creator of chaos in nature and the destroyer of spirits, they've decided that there's a greater threat that they need to work in tandem with in order to stop, and he's not for that.
We are weak. This is ill news. We have no more allies.
I wish it was anything more than the truth. But I fear they have lost their path.
We have nowhere to go.
That is not true. The giants have always had a place to go. And when they ran out of places to go, they simply made their own, wherever they were. You have traveled different existences to get where you are. Do not say that you have nowhere to go. If we are lost, if we are stuck, then we will fight our way out. There is at least one place that I believe we can go, that maybe the humans will leave us alone.
And where is this place?
It used to be called Dragon's End. We might be able to start there.
And how would we traverse to this land? Across the plains, with dragons flying above us.
How did you handle the giants, how did you handle the dragons before you came to this land?
We lost. We fled with the monoliths.
Then we will take what we have learned from our past, and we will find the monoliths again, and we will find a way to use them against the dragons.
She stands up and just nods once. Tara, you return to yourself.
Okay, so they're on board, but Crichton still hates me. And I just relay the whole thing of what I saw to everybody.
You're muted, Cloudy.
So,
Go ahead, Thranduin.
so I told him that we would explain everything. That we had a bigger threat, and then he goes to the giants and says, I don't believe it. And then the giants tell him, no, the dragons are the bigger threat because we lost. So what is wrong with him?
He's stubborn.
He's angry.
we've known this.
I never thought he was the brightest bulb in the basket.
So, do we want? I can maybe send like an animal messenger with like a short message to the giants, since I know where they are, ish. I know which ones to send it to. And we can be like, hey, we're also trying to use the monolith to send all the dragons back home. I promise I'm not a bad person.
You could try that. What about those silly crowl things that we used to have? Thranduin, do you still have one of those lying around?
Oh, maybe. Oh, probably.
Use
Okay.
that.
They were a very good form of communication, Thranduin. Why don't you know?
We want.
Poor
to
Jake
use
is so
them.
tired.
Damn it, Thranduin!
I'm trying to remember what happened last season, and I'm just like, I don't even remember anything about, like, I feel
The
like I'm
answer
just
is
missing
yes.
a
You
lot.
do in fact still have a. You just
But
haven't
doesn't
been
there
like
need to
using
be
it.
one on the other end?
No,
The hive
he
mind.
it's on
Well,
a staff.
My understanding was that, like, if we use it, but they can also, like, figure out where we are too, because they're all connected. So, like,
Potentially.
Yeah,
Which
so
we
we don't
might
want to do
not
that.
I don't use it often.
Especially if the natives and the dragons are working together.
Yep.
So we want to use the monoliths to send the dragons back? That's what the planet. How?
Well, so the monoliths, the giants used the monoliths to come here to escape the dragons, but they brought the dragons with them, so maybe we can use the monoliths to send them back.
Right. See,
In
I'm
some
just
way.
worried that doing that would then free Gent with that.
Well, that's
Hell.
why if we free Harmony, I get the power, deal with Gent, send the dragons home? Is that the order?
Not to mention, I'm not really afraid of any demigod. I mean, come on, we can handle Jet.
Cool. Got a
Lady
point of order.
Lady Palian goes, well, King Philel, let us work together and get the lay of the land and go from there. We have talked much. We need to rest. Let us go about.
Should I send a message?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
A lot of the NPCs kind of get up and kind of nod along and begin to disperse. The meeting kind of over. Mero kind of slinks away. Lady Aravosa stays close to Terra. Theros kind of steps up to Thranduin and Fizbin. Actually, after the talk that Fizbin said, just Thranduin. And Dayton. And goes, there's someone you should meet. I'm not sure of the political alliances around here. I'm a bit late to the story, it feels like, but I did find someone interesting. If we could step away.
All right.
He kind of takes you to kind of a back area, where you find a native of the Suntan Isle, kind of.
I smite it.
And he goes, from what I understand, the natives are on the precipice of a revolt.
Against their elders? What?
Yes. And
Time.
the native in halting common, says, "Word of leader lies spread."
Hey, buddy, you can just talk in your language. I got you.
Oh, thank God.
So I'm speaking common, but so I specifically like still speak languages I know, but they can still understand me. It's weird monk stuff, and I can still understand them.
Many. Hello.
Hi, Dayton. Nice to meet ya. You got a name?
We don't share names with people we don't trust. It's an old holdover.
Right. My name's Thranduin Sing Song Sun Pitter Patterer.
Pitter patter.
It is. That's true.
Onward. The stories that people, a very isolated tribe from the swamps across the spine came to the land, came to the homeland, and began speaking of this being, the second coming of harmony. And with this came truths of the elders and what they've been doing to our God, what they've been doing to harmony. And the responses have been odd. They don't make any sense. And then the dragons came. Many of us are leaving. Are leaving our clans, and when we did try to leave, the shamans set the mutants on us in order by the elders. The swamp clan are now martyrs. Made examples. But this has only shown the elders' true colors. I have come here. Well, this one found me. He's strange. Don't like him. But he brought me here and snuck me in. And the only reason I came was because this second harmony is supposedly here. Terra. If she is the second coming of harmony, then we need to follow her, not the corrupt elders who are abusing and manipulating harmony.
How many of your people are willing to revolt?
I don't know. I simply left and was hunted. I found a small hole and a trap door, and when I went in there, I was, well, trapped. A trap went off, and this one came to collect me. I thought he would kill me, but it seems more and more that the propaganda that the elders have been speaking about your people have been proven wrong once again. Because he did not kill me. Instead, he brought me here.
As this conversation is going on, Dayton will be translating for Thranduin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Theros is like, trapped her in goo. It was the old goo trap.
That's great.
Tara will be devastated when she finds out about that swamp village.
There is one left. She's on display.
Where?
In the native, sorry. In Sunton. The capital. The Great Home. It is a floating island, broken off and kept floating by harmony. Or so we believe. I question everything now. My culture is being corrupted. I don't know.
How do we get to that floating island?
I have a way. Wait, if it's floating, how would the tunnels underground go? Wait.
The tunnels appear near it.
Oh, and then weird gravity would lift us up.
Well, it'll be tricky.
It would tractor beam us up.
It'll
We could just
be
jump.
it'll literally be a chance roll if y'all just wing it. But
I mean, we could all like
well,
chug
if you
a ton
fail,
of
it's
Harmony
a
water
it's a
and,
slam
like,
down back down. Like
You know,
I mean,
I
Or
I can
It's
cast
just fine.
flying, levitate.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, Terra can turn into a giant eagle. I can summon 2
I'm gonna
more.
say that.
gravity is kind of.
yeah, gravity is.
Who's
lack of
she?
gravity.
The ground is optional to us at this point.
Gravity's a theory
Yeah.
at this point.
I mean, it's always.
I'll
been a
control
theory.
it soon. Don't worry.
Mm. Thank you.
Don't tell me what to do, gravity.
Theros, you did good by bringing her to us.
Thank you. I thought it was useful to get some insight.
Yeah. This is great, actually. Can you keep her safe here, out of sight?
I have
Make
to
sure
go
she's
about my business. I cannot do this thing. I cannot babysit, unfortunately.
Can I think of a place that's kind of out of the way in the tunnel ruins where she would be able to like stay?
Possibly.
I was mapping those out.
Yeah, make a history check. You'll need to go talk to Benny.
Benny.
Because they were mapping that out.
Benny.
The turtle who was
Alright.
with you.
We can sneak her anywhere in the castle we want. Because I
just
can make
wanna
her invisible.
Sure she goes somewhere right, but if you do that, then you cast another spell. Don't you lose the invisibility?
Yeah, but just sneaking her
needs-
through.
Yeah, just to get her out in the first
to
place.
get
Yeah,
her to where we need to go.
Okay.
There's
and-
a very motherly alligator somewhere around from the swamp. If you need a babysitter.
Oh my god. Right, I'm just worried about. Right. Thank you, Tara. In my head, I'd be worried about Menti then finding her. Okay, so I'll go
Benji
find
loved
Benny.
those guys.
Right.
You could talk to Menti and you know.
Yeah.
You find Benny
They
in
were
the
his peeps.
in the hall
Oh, they were? I
proper.
don't know what.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I don't
mean, he
hate
kind of
natives.
he did convince them that he was a god and terrorized them a little bit.
Yeah.
But
They did that to themselves.
I don't trust Menti around this woman.
You go off, Thranduin and Theros staying with
Right.
the native, and you find Benny in the hall proper. So huge hall, multi-tiered city due to the lack of gravity. They are currently munching on a big ol' bone with all this meat kind of cooked around it, and a little floating map that they're studying while.
Just gonna creep up behind them, staying as silent as possible. I rolled a not great stealth. That is a 19.
19.
Yeah.
A
I
not
rolled
great
I have a plus
stealth?
10. I have a plus 10. I was dexier
Okay.
than the rogue. Remember that?
They do not perceive you. They continue
Right.
floating. Just like a foot off the ground.
My head over their shoulder. What you looking at?
Starts-
Do they roll?
yeah.
They just pop into their shell and start rolling.
The meat gets stuck in the. They kind of. That's not funny.
Sorry. Gotta find entertainment somewhere down here. It's dark and decrepit and the world's going to shit, so, gotta find joy where it exists. Hey, remember when you and I were mapping the tunnels and became, like, best friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, do you remember finding anywhere where I could theoretically hide a body? Not a body, just theoretically hide something where no one else would, happen upon it.
The elongated neck kind of comes out. It could be worth my time.
Mm-hmm. What do you want?
I'm mighty thirsty. I have not been able to get a proper drink this whole time that I've... Oh my god. They take the flask.
Good shit.
Good shit.
Northern continent. It's good.
In exchange for this and my silence, I will give you a place that I've thought I might be able to hide a few things.
Like permanent exchange?
Long draft. You're buying their silence. That's the tricky part.
Fine.
Done. Draws out a new map, directions, and hands it over. All right.
You're the turtle.
Tara.
And then
What is the message that you sent? I saw you count it out, and then we'll go over to Minty.
Oh boy, I wish I had wrote it down.
Oh.
Okay. I find a bat inside of the caves. And I'm gonna cast it as a ritual to just kind of hang out with it for a little bit, or I just need to be 30 feet front. Like, okay, so, okay, well, I'll make this purpose. Giant, lady fire giant. We would like to assist in using the monoliths to send the dragons away. Crichton doesn't like me, but I phrased it so much better. I only have 3 words left.
But no.
No.
I am good.
But no, though.
I'm helping, Tara.
Okay. Write in make a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm
Persuasion
good at
by
those.
email.
16.
Okay. The bat kind of. All right. Anything you want to do or say or anything that before we head over to Minty?
I have Lady Arabosa next to me. She's chilling out with me.
Mm-hmm.
So you know about, you said that you, like, all your memories and stuff are mostly about the giants, like, craft. Do you remember
Yes.
anything about the monoliths?
The monoliths are quite old, but I do believe that I will be able to, through marrow, together, make them function well. And use them to appropriately make this transition happen. Guest appearance of Alec the Bard.
Yeah, he's leaving and doing this to me. Can you just like teach me some of the things that you know? Like, can we just hang out for a little while and...
This would be a long process, but it's possible.
I don't know, I just feel
We
like
can
I feel
try.
like I need to know more if I'm gonna start getting into all of this. I've already used kind of one of them, and I'll tell her about how I saw Makuta using, like, manipulating it, and then how I kind of worked and practiced it myself and things like that. So I'll kind of relive that story for her.
If Marrow can be convinced... Oh no, he has the dwarven knowledge, sorry. I will prepare a memory to give to you.
Okay. Oh.
Let me...
Thank you.
Give me some time.
Okay.
Okay. Minty. You hear a... And then...
I look up at him as I'm just sitting in the
Mhm.
hallway. And I go, hey,
Hello.
bud.
Hello, cat.
I got something for you. I know we kind of had a little disagreement earlier, and I figured you might as well go get the thing that you were asking about. So,
You
don't
see
I don't want
A
any
bright
thanks, but
gleam
I
of-
do. There may or may not be a little jar or something just sitting in the table in there.
Secrets. And he quickly walks
Yeah,
past you.
Jar of secrets.
And so you still have the obvious traps laid out?
The only obvious to people who think they're smarter than me traps. Yes.
Okay. He kind of pulls up and goes, "What is this?" But then he sees the supposed black powder on the table and goes, "You make fun of the joke." And as he steps over the tripwire, goes around the bear trap.
There's also a net just hanging from the ceiling, barely hidden.
Kind of stays out of the way of this, and he goes to reach for the black powder, the supposed black powder.
Mm-hmm. And 9 panthers have jumped out.
All right.
From their hiding places, not to attack, but just to confuse.
So they just jump out, but they don't attack.
They jump out, and then it's just chaos has ensued. Someone has opened an ever-smoking bottle. Arrows that are being shot in random directions, but with no arrowheads, just like sticks basically being shot places.
You hear a squeak, and then a and out from the blackness you see this claw as Marrow returns to its full draconic form in self-defense. And you hear a ripping and a tearing, and you sense multiple of the Black Panthers being snuffed. and then out from the smoke, this draconic head.
I kind of just look up at him and go, well, if I had a rope, I could have caught you, and I feel like that's a pretty good starting point. Can you teach me how to use this bow?
His bow? Roll initiative.
His
All right, we're doing this.
Oh no.
I don't see any way this goes well for anyone. Let's go.
You stole his bow and then handed it back to him?
Welcome to Terraform.
I didn't hand it back to him. I just
all of our
showed
characters
him.
are slowly 1v1ing a dragon.
Yeah, we got to make the list.
That's a
Do I gotta
12.
fight myself?
Yeah,
then? Is that
Fizzman's
what's
like,
gonna happen?
nailed it. A 12. All
Yeah.
right. The adult deep dragon will be going first. You watch these black spores emerge from the black smoke and kind of move into the area. Go ahead and make a DC 16 wisdom save.
22.
22. Okay, very good. Now, okay, as that happens, as you kind of move about it, make a DC 16 con save.
Well, that's a 4.
Okay.
God, is Menti gonna die today? I was not expecting this.
You take 22 poison damage. Now,
Wait, did he participate in the Heroes Feast?
that was not specified
I
as
took
a hero's
go
feast.
plate.
Oh, I thought I said it earlier that I was having a
You
Heroes
said you were
Feast
doing that
day.
every day,
Every
but
day.
for
Every night.
everyone.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
every
allow
night.
it. I'll allow
It's
it.
fair. Is there if the party first?
Yeah,
It's up
I'll
to like
allow it.
12 people.
Sure, sure, sure.
Then you should be immune to poison? Question mark.
I don't know.
Yeah, it gives you immunity to poison,
Immune to
advantage
poison
on
and
wisdom
being frightened.
throws and
Mhm.
frightened. You should get like bonus temp HP as well. I think it's 10 off the top of my head.
2d10. 2d10.
2d10, there we go.
Who rolls that? I roll
You
it.
roll.
You can
You
roll it, it's
rolls
fine.
that.
I didn't roll it because I didn't think there was going to be a fight today. So.
His actions have consequences.
What? That's 16 temp damage.
Okay. And you watch as it moves back into the smoke, and then a massive, as it inhales most of the black smoke, and you can see its huge form, and it's actually on the ceiling, with its neck twisted down and around towards you, and then the breath attack. Make a DC 16 Wisdom save.
Do I have advantage on wisdom saves from the heroes thing?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, Heroes Feast were created to fight dragons.
Well, that's just a 12.
All right. You're gonna take 6d10 psychic damage.
Psychic damage?
Yeah.
Weird ass breath attack. What the hell he eat?
Onions.
You soon. I have tabaxi for dessert.
43 psychic damage.
Sure. So one of the panthers is just blown up.
Okay. I mean, this hits you.
Okay, I have a cloud rune. I
Okay,
think you
okay,
keep
thank
forgetting.
you. That's what I
Oh,
needed.
right.
Got you. Got you. One of the that's not a direct attack. You can't do that to a breath attack, can you?
I think any damage, isn't it? It
Let
doesn't
me
have to be a
read
weapon attack. I'm pretty
I've
sure you
never
can just-
actually. Let's see. When you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll,
Mhm.
you can
It's an
use
attack roll.
reaction and choose a different creature. Other
You
than the
rolled-
attack.
Wait.
No, I
it
didn't.
wasn't an
I didn't
attack roll. It was a
to
wisdom
attack. It's a
saving
breath
throw.
attack.
Yeah, it's a
that's
saving
that's
throw.
an area breath attack.
Okay. Well, then I still have the cloud rune, which is a lot of fun for me.
Yeah. How much damage did I say?
40
40
something.
something.
Okay.
43.
That makes it your turn.
It's 43 minus 16. minus
Two
27,
combats
so I
and
take
Thranduin's
1.
not there for either of them.
You fought a dragon by yourself. Let someone else do it, Thranduin.
I got to fight a wormling thing. It wasn't a full dragon. Didn't count.
Oh, now
You're right,
the story
you're right.
changes.
I don't even move. I just like, I have my hands up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hey man, will you stop clowning around so we can figure out where that guy came from? And I point at the body of the guy that still has the insignia on him. He did not come with us, and he was hiding in here for a while.
Is that what you're doing with your turn?
Absolutely. Or at least with whatever amount of my turn saying
That's not going
that
to
would-
take an action, but roll a persuasion.
That is a 19, my friend.
No dice.
No dice on a 19 for a guy that's been hiding in his castle with an insignia on him that he hates?
He doesn't turn away from you. No.
Right now, he hates you more.
Yeah.
And you've proven characteristically to
Okay,
it's not
so-
it's not a huge stretch.
He just didn't look to see the guy.
He's keeping his eyes on you, yes. That said, he's got a very
Okay.
high visual, so
Okay, so if I'm noticing that he's just not turning and looking, well, I'm just gonna go over and pick the guy up. And like, he's not with us.
So I'm gonna. Are you sure that's the direction you want to go in, my guy? Because
I feel like I haven't actually hurt him, so I have no idea.
That it's not really good. That's not really working. Are you sure you want to do that?
Okay, you told me that the only reason he didn't know is because he didn't look. He didn't look away from me. He's not believing me that I'm pointing at something, so I'm just gonna go over and get the thing so he has to look at it.
Okay.
Unless
so you do
you're
that.
not you. Okay.
There's a miscommunication of did he or did he not see the body that he's pointing to?
Yeah.
He now sees the body. But
okay.
The
thing
persuasion was in an effort to like deflect onto it, the body, correct?
Yeah, I want
to. Okay, that is what
I
failed.
wanted to show him that I'm not actually meaning harm, and that there's also something in this castle that could be doing harm.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way you described it was that he just didn't believe that believe what I was saying. So
Okay.
now I'm just showing him that I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
Unless there was a miscommunication.
So what Mero has seen is that you were at the front of the entrance and you said, "Hey, I brought you black powder." He went into the black powder, saw the trap, and then was further trapped, and then 9 panthers came down. This is not a stretch for him to be hostile.
No, I'm not saying that he shouldn't be hostile with
Okay.
me. I'm
Then
saying
that's
that
what-
now there's a new thing that we are both upset about, but the persuasion was to get him to look at the thing to be like, I'm not the threat here.
Got you. Didn't pass.
Okay. Got it. Now,
As you
I'm
point
not
out
going-
as you point out the body, you realize you were in a fight. And I will still give you your action and bonus action and the rest of your movement
Okay.
speed.
Well, now I actually can look at something to do. That's annoying. All right, here's what we're
What?
gonna do.
You can't talk your way out of this one? Huh.
Crazy.
Apparently not. Even though I
It's a good
didn't
try, though.
hurt him.
It's a good try.
You didn't hurt
Apparently
him, no,
Mero-
but you brought him into a scenario that made him hostile. You did that.
Yeah, for sure. Apparently Mero doesn't like pranks.
Elder
The
dragons usually
jumpy,
don't.
skittery,
Yeah, he's an
deep dragon.
ancient dragon.
He's not ancient. He's adult.
Okay.
So you know,
They're still super prideful.
it's a fight. Yeah.
How far away is the main room where everyone was eating food?
We're gonna go with a good 250 feet of hallway.
Oh, I can absolutely make that. All right, so we're casting Zephyr Strike,
Okay.
which brings me up to 65. The dash would bring that up to 130, and then Feline Agility's got me at 260.
Okay. So you
I'm-
do a dash, provoking an opportunity of attack.
Zephyr Strike, no opportunity attacks.
Nice. You.
So, yep. And I appear in the hallway and go, sorry guys, Mero doesn't like pranks.
So, I would say that
hold on,
Fizbin is
I
directly
can't
there.
hear you. This is
Oh.
my internet's doing a thing.
Sorry.
Okay.
How far away is
That is in a
Thranduin.
There we
very
go.
Thranduin and Thranduin
Sorry,
and Theros
it-
are very far away, tucked away in a very secluded area. So I'm gonna say that he is. I'm sorry, dude. I would say that he is not aware of this happening. Fizbin.
someone tell me they have messaging. Be like, Thranduin, get here now because
I can run and grab you. and then
Dayton,
run
you would
back.
be directly there. Fizbin and
Just watch the panther shoot by me in a blur.
he shows up and says he doesn't like pranks.
What
And
did you do?
and you hear like a cavernous echoing. I would say that Terra is by the entrance, having just sent out this bat, or near the spiral staircase, having just sent out this bat. Fizbin, I would say, is nearby as well.
I forget, is this the same day as the
The ritual we did for Thranduin?
No, there's been some
Ow.
many
Okay, I
many
wanted
I'd
to
say like
confirm.
3.5 weeks
It was like a
since.
3
weeks.
time
Okay,
jump.
there was a time jump. Okay, I wasn't. Got it.
You're good.
Okay.
We, like, traveled all the way across.
Regardless of that, Fizbin does not always walk around in his heavy plate mail all the time. So we're gonna adjust his AC real quick for this fight.
Ooh, even though we're in a hostile like time.
It's a hostile time, but we're like in.
We were getting ready
camp.
for bed.
Yeah, we're getting ready for bed. We're in camp. I have heavy armor. It takes like a minute just to doff and 10 minutes to put back on. So he's ready for bed. He's been ready for bed for a while.
Yeah, sorry, it's 5 p.m.
Think about what your character is wearing when it's like getting later in the evening after,
Real
all of
fighters
this
wear
has
their
gone
armor to
down.
bed.
Because
Same.
real fighters don't always wear their armor to bed, is what I'm saying.
You don't
We're
get
not
you don't
ready
get all
for
your
this.
rest if you do
Not a
that
fight
actually.
We're getting ready to walk into, okay? But regardless, all right. So are we rolling initiative to join this fight?
We will be doing that next episode.
All right.